I don't follow trends. I've never found it particularly viable to follow trends. What I do is to follow my own instinct. So as I work now, I work with a camera, and instead of using a camera to take pictures as we've normally done it, I use my camera almost like a sketch pad. And I want to be able to work intuitively, and I want to work quite quickly for that reason. So I'm working out in the landscape, and I'm using techniques from photography that really are as old as photography. And one of the things that I do now, in order to say produce this piece of work, is I make a composite. So it isn't just one image, it's 2 images, occasionally it's 3 and even 4 images. And I visualize the 3 or 4 images at the same time. And then I bring them together. And of course in the past, as soon as photography was invented, photographers were doing that. They were sandwiching together glass plate negatives all those years ago to make more abstract images. Now, of course, because we can use technology, it's a very elegant solution. And what I now do is that I work with an iPad, and I've given up on Photoshop and all those other very big, expensive and complex pieces of software because I find them too slow. And I have worked with just 5 apps on my iPad. So I go out, I collect my imagery, I'm visualizing 2 or 3 images together, I'll come back, make them together as a composite on the iPad, and then I use other apps to work and develop that image into my style, if you like, into my interpretation. This is a building in Sheffield, actually, which is part of the Sheffield University, and it's on the site of an old women's hospital, Jessop's Hospital, and it's actually quite a famous architectural site in that it uses a lot of very contemporary colour on the site. And by bringing that together as a composite, I still retain the essence of what the building is, but if you like, it's my interpretation of that. And that, for the first time, makes what I do very different. I suppose what I'm doing is creating a new medium. It's a hybrid medium, it's not painting. There are no painting, there's no painting at all on these pictures. And it's not a photograph as such. What it is, it's a hybrid of the 2 mediums together. And also, of course, I'm making quite large pictures. A picture like this one, 1 metre square or so, is quite small. I do a lot bigger than that. And I still use the iPad, and I can use that intuitively. And that's the whole thing about it. It's now intuitive, and it's about the moment, and it's not putting the camera on a tripod and sitting around at F8 for a fortnight. It's seeing it instantly and making that picture on your iPad when I get back home. And I found that to be absolutely fantastic. And just using 5 simple apps has made it possible for me to work quite quickly, rather like you would as a sketch, in order to produce your work.